So sad for Sussex. Harry and Meghan forced to return to the United States early because of a disastrous trip in the UK. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Platinum Jubilee trip came to an early end. A glum-looking Harry arrived back in California with Meghan and their two children, Archie, age 3, and their daughter, Lilibet, age 1. It has been reported that the couple returned to California on Sunday, flying out of the UK in a private jet and missing the Platinum Jubilee pageant that closed out Her Majesty's 4-day festivities. Harry and Meghan had left the UK without performing any official duties since they quit as frontline royals back in 2020. It appears that Meghan and Harry were treated like pariahs by the rest of the royal family, and it's clear that Harry looks devastated and very unhappy. One wonders if Harry realizes the damage that he and his wife Meghan have done. One wonders if it really was worth it that Harry gave up his family, friends and country and his unique royal status for Meghan. It's true that all couples make sacrifices for each other, but it seems that Harry has lost everything. Perhaps he was reminded of his previous life when returning to the UK for the brief visit. Now, all he has is his controlling wife and Netflix on the phone wanting their 100 million of content. The royal expert, Mr. Phil Dampier, has expressed his view that he feels sorry for Harry, and he thinks that deep down, Harry knows that he has made a mistake. It seems that all the love and adoration shown for the royal family has increased. It has not diminished, even after all the airing of dirty laundry in the public eye. The love for the royal family is stronger than ever, and Harry could have been a part of it. He could have been the man and taken control of his life and stopped following Meghan. It appears that Meghan has led him onto a path of destruction. Indeed, the clowns of Montecito, so Meghan and Harry have been named, thought they would come back to the United States to rapturous applause and adoration. Narcissists never think they've done anything wrong. The couple think that they have got everything they need in Montecito. 15 bedrooms. But what for? They haven't even got 15 friends to put into all those rooms. It is such a gross statement of wealth and empty power. Coming back to the United Kingdom, Harry and Meghan must have got a glimpse of what they could have had if they had remained as working royals in the country. They both must realize that they have taken a lonely path to exile, which they have set for themselves. Their stardom faded a long time ago, and this is time for a wake-up call. It seems the next move the Sussexes will make is to meet with Netflix and see what gossip and lies they can spread. Harry will conjure up some version of events, no doubt, playing the victim as he always does. The world is so over this couple. They're now seen as nobodies, and the whole world already knew it. The only thing that is different here is that Harry and Meghan just found out now. The public has shown Harry how they feel about him. He was once a hero, he is now zero. Harry must be so devastated, as this was the royal life he was born into, and now he's not part of it anymore. Harry followed Meghan, not knowing for a minute how difficult it was going to be to transition from the life of a prince to that of an ordinary commoner. Meghan had once been a small-time actress, and then, after marrying Harry, was elevated to the world stage. Harry is now paying dearly for the mistakes he has made. It's not just Meghan and Harry leaving the royal family that is an issue. It is more about their actions, which are not acceptable for ordinary people, let alone people in the public eye. Meghan had an opportunity to tell her truth with deliberate misinformation and blatant lies, inferring things that were not true at all. The couple preach about compassion and yet show no compassion or understanding within their own families. Harry is always talking about mental health, and he has been involved in many mental health charities in the past. Yet he was unable to help his wife Meghan, and she had to go to HR for assistance. The couple release statements from time to time about everything they do, expecting praise for it, when true compassionate people would work for the benefit of others and not seek kudos. I am rather glad that the couple was booed at and got a very cold reception. They deserved nothing more. On the other hand, it seems that the couple were ordered over to the UK by Netflix in order to get some juicy content. Netflix wants to salvage something from the millions it squandered on this useless pair. The couple had been given an opportunity to prove that they could produce wonderful shows, but unfortunately, they have produced absolutely nothing of any interest at all. The Invictus Games is not very interesting and would have been much better suited to a BBC documentary. Pearl was also an absolutely pathetic idea. Markle's bench book was dreadful. What made them think that they had any talent to begin with? Perhaps a podcast could have been a better idea. The problem is that Meghan seems to have absolutely no sense of humor at all. She gets very easily offended and is looking out always for the next passing bandwagon to jump on. In other words, the couple had thrown their toys out of the pram. The couple seemed to be fine until they arrived at St. Paul's Cathedral, where they were seated with other non-working royals. The couple were seated next to Harry's cousins and spouses, and the Queen's cousins like the Duke of Gloucester. They were not permitted to sit with other working royals who represent the Queen throughout the year. They were informed that they could not be half in and half out, but the couple obviously thought that they could change the Queen's mind. She may be 96 and adore her family, but the institution of the monarchy is her responsibility. To be honest, initially I was most disappointed that the Queen invited them to her Jubilee in the first place. I felt it showed disrespect for the people of the country. I suppose I should have more faith in the Queen, because after all she has so many years of experience on the throne, and she has had to deal with multiple awkward situations in her lifetime. It seems, though, that the Queen played a blinder by inviting them. Harry and Meghan cannot complain now that they felt they were sidelined and left out. But by coming, they had to face the reality of how low they had now come in the pecking order. They were placed in the general royal enclosure rather than being up with the other primary members. The couple was publicly booed. This must have shown them what the public really feels about them. They wanted out, and they got out. They showed absolutely no compassion or empathy for the Queen when they did their interview. All the while, Prince Philip was ill and dying. They moaned about being cut off from money, while millions lost their jobs and livelihoods during the pandemic. They also whined that their child wasn't a prince. They should probably be stripped of all their titles, including being Duke and Duchess. I hope that they get dropped by Netflix, because if they go ahead with this program, they will lose a lot of subscribers. Netflix simply needs to wake up. Soon Harry and Meghan will be on the television, within the next few days, I imagine, where they will moan about how badly they were treated on their visit to the UK. They will lie and exaggerate for their Netflix paymasters. As it turned out, the couple never really needed to keep a low profile, as they were completely outshone by the other royals anyway. And although not reported on United Kingdom TV, they were booed when they left St. Paul's. Alas, Harry's hell in California continues. Harry will have to come to realize that life goes on in the United Kingdom, and that the royal family is stronger than ever, with public support unquestionable, and all without him. The fact that Harry and Meghan were relegated to the left side of the cathedral with the lesser royals showed that whether he was there or not didn't make the slightest difference. It was a huge snub to Harry and Meghan, and it's likely that at some stage they will want payback. Let's see what these two narcissists come up with next. Harry would have been greatly affected by his brief visit to his homeland. He will have seen the huge public support for the Queen and the monarchy, something he has walked away from and clearly misses. It is obvious that Harry and his wife did not get the wonderful welcome they expected to get. And sadly, they looked like outsiders at a party. Harry's relationship with his brother is still clearly damaged, and it's so sad that in his forthcoming book, Harry might put the final nail in the coffin. It may seem to Harry that there is no longevity for him in California. It's going to be really difficult for Harry to watch his older brother get closer to the throne. There is no real attention on Harry. What one is likely to get next is a funeral rather than a coronation, with renewed interest in Charles and Camilla. Harry's star is fading very fast, and he knows it. This was a bad move on his part. Meghan Markle has zero chance of ascending American politics either. And you, what do you think? Do you agree with us? Please let us know what your opinions are in the comments section below. We can talk about the royal family together. If you found my video helpful, please don't be afraid to like it and share it with anyone who you feel may be interested. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sussex Daily news channel to ensure that you don't miss any news videos from our team. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you tomorrow.